Greetings, Pisces, Pisces Sun, Pisces Rising, and Pisces Moon. Welcome to your Tarot Videoscope for May 2020 by Ama. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Please turn on the notification bell. This way you are going to be notified every time that I upload videos and every time that I go live. Please do understand that these are general readings. It could be useful to you if you listen for the video for your rising sign and moon sign. This way you are going to get additional information. If you like to have your very own private consultation with me, please visit my website www.amalightworker.com and email me at amalightworker@gmail.com. For those of you who would like to know more, I have already done an extended reading, a whole new reading for your sign, for each sign of the zodiac actually, and that's available for download and purchase through Vimeo. The link for the Vimeo videos, for those of you who are interested, is posted down here below in the show more description box. There's another way for you to get more. If you like to get more information, you may choose to join the membership program. Click on the join button right here next to the subscribe, or if you scroll down in the show more description box, you're going to notice a link to join. If you decide to join the membership program, you are going to get a second additional reading for each sign of the zodiac, which is going to be twice as long. The membership program has a different levels with different perks. With that being said, now allow me to focus on this reading for you, Pisces. The general readings that the general feeling that I'm picking up for Pisces has to deal with a certain sense of abundance. Your loved ones who have crossed over showing up with a message or a warning for you. It is some sort of a weird energy going on because on one hand, change is happening. You could be craving change, but there's also limitations, struggles, but also holding on throughout it with a lot of grace and dignity. And for some of you, this could be your lack in terms of love or in terms of a relationship and partnership turning around for the better. You have to take your time to allow for some sort of a healing to take place. So that was the general feeling. Now I'm going to break this down one by one. I will tell you the meaning of the card first, and then I will tune in to hear what my spiritual team has to tell you about this card. To me, the Empress symbolizes feelings, emotions, self-expressions, socializing, a long and short distance trip, abundance, pregnancy, but it also symbolizes a female figure, someone who is no longer with us, has crossed over, and it is showing up in this reading to give you a message, a blessing, or a warning. So this is a female figure, could be a mother-like figure, an aunt, a great-grand aunt, a grandmother, a teacher, so someone who is now in spirit. The message coming from the Empress is, you have been in aggression too much. It feels like they're letting you know, they do recognize that you have been mostly aggressive towards yourself. You have been very aggressive about getting something off the ground. Their advice is that you need to reconsider because maybe you are trying to do way too much. And on anything that you are focusing right now, whether it is a relationship, a pregnancy, raising a child, a work-related project, or moving to a new home, you have to take your time with it. Take it one step at a time. And it also feels that you need to allow time for yourself because that's the best way for some sort of a healing that needs to take place. You have to allow some time to yourself, some time to meditate, even sleep more, or to pray. You have to allow in your life more time to truly relax, to relax your thoughts, to relax your heart, so that some sort of a release can happen. For some of you, they are talking about a pregnancy or a future pregnancy. They are forces working on your behalf in the ether, on the other side of the veil, because for some of you, you have been praying for a family, for a child, and they are working on your behalf. Between now and the end of 2022, many of you Pisceans are going to be parents. For some of you, the advice is that you have to take it easy, particularly when it comes with chores around the home. They are asking you to step outside of your comfort zone. If you have never been social, maybe it's time for you to kind of be more social, reconfigure your life. What is it that you would like to do? What is it that you would like to do in your life that can bring more joy and more pleasure? For some of you, I get the image of, as depicted here, sitting outside, maybe in your porch, maybe in your yard, just sitting outside and connect with nature. There could be some invitations going on at this time about a possible reunion, about a possible baby shower. There could be at this time news of two people getting together, maybe in a couple or in other ways. And for some of you, it's going to be possible to actually plan an exact date, but there's going to be issues about when to schedule something, a party or a gathering, and things are going to be shifting and moving around in your calendar. So the dates are going to be shifting and moving around. The next card that you have is the Lovers. This card to me, it means partnership, being in tune with each other's needs, passion, but it also symbolizes sudden, unpredicted changes, love, sudden love, unexpected love, sudden meetings, sudden unions. It also means choice, travel, and personal property. May or may not be surprised to some of you how much you are bonding or connecting with someone. This could be someone with whom you already are in a relationship or married to them. For other ones, I have a sense, I don't know how this is possible, but for some of you, you are getting to know somebody. Maybe you met them before, but now you are getting to know a whole different side to them. Someone who's going to initiate in you, ignite in you again, passion, fire, their sexual tension. And for some of you, the healing that will be taking place, it will be about sexual healing. For other ones, it feels like some kind of a partnership is going to happen between now May, June, July, in the next 3 months. It could be a partnership to generate income together, a business partnership, to join forces in some sort of a business venture. To travel together could be, making plans with people to travel together, and thus, in that sense, coming into some sort of a partnership. I also have a sense that some of your friendships are going to be revived at this time. You may be dealing with energies, forces, information that may not necessarily be very clear to you about personal matters, or you may not be too sure, or you don't know everything yet how to feel about this person. So you could also be having very conflicted feelings about this person, with whom you have this very sexual attraction, or toward whom you are gravitating toward. Usually when you get the Lovers, you have to look at the cards that do surround it, because this could mean that the angel here is either trying to bring the couple together or apart. Many coincidences are going to be happening between now and the next 3 months. Do pay attention to movies that suddenly pop on your television set, videos, books, information. And do notice what is going to resurface from your past, because for many of you, you are going to be given a chance to look at your past, but you do need to give yourself plenty of time so that you can absorb everything, to let it all in, because not everything is going to make sense right away. And for many of you, you may need to work with some details or more thorough information in order for you to proceed with something that seems to be important right now. The next card that you have is the King of Cups. The King of Cups to me represents a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio. This could be the sun sign, the rising sign, or the moon sign. This could be you, because this is a reading for Scorpios. It also means, it symbolizes to me somebody who did struggle but holds on throughout it with a lot of grace and dignity, self-improvement, motives, inspires others. It represents a nurturing father figure who places family first, stability, and common understanding. You're going to have a lot to think about. You could be getting very philosophical. You're going to feel the need to either have some deeper, meaningful change in your life. You may feel the need to have deeper, meaningful conversations. You could be looking at anything that brings into your life more value for a long period of time. You are going to be looking at anything that possibly could be giving you stability for years and years to come. Many of you could be going over analyzing a work-related situation. You may be thinking about either changing your job, how to switch to a different career, how to generate maybe money on the side, maybe through having a business. You are going to be looking into that, or in what other ways can you start to attract money. Many of you could be looking into healing the energy, the law of manifestation, working with mediums. It feels like for some of you, you are going to focus on working with different forms of spirituality, or going more, a little bit in more spiritual or holistic ways, for you to start attracting what you desire. I also have a sense that for some of you, emotions here, it feels like you know how you feel, but at the same time, you are going to be looking at what is the emotional baggage that I seem to drag around, and what can I do about it at this time? Do I work with a therapist? Do I just deal on it on my own? Do I consult a healer? Because there is some sort of an emotional tension for some of you, and it could be for about grief. For some of you, they're talking about a certain sense of grief, a certain sense of disbelief, a certain sense that now you are waking up to your own reality, and now you are understanding better what was an illusion. Maybe that was your conception. It has never been an illusion, but that's how you that was your perception of it. That's how you understood the energy or the situation. There's going to be some form of awakening, even awakening of passions. For some of you, I get a sense that you are waiting for something to take place, something to be confirmed, maybe the quarantine to be over, so that finally you can move on with this travel, or so that finally you can move. For some of you, maybe moving to a new home was already in order, but then it got stalled, stopped, or You could be hearing about people who live in areas where there's flooding, a lot of rain, maybe fires, but you're going to be hearing about weather related catastrophes, environmental issues. I'm not sensing that is going to be you per se, but surely conversations about that are going to come up because maybe you know people who live in those areas. Many of you could be at this time addressing or doing something on behalf of a father figure, getting power of attorney, consulting, helping them in some ways. Maybe you're going to help them move, but it feels like a father figure may need some help or some support from you at this time. The next card that you have is forgiveness, and this is from a different deck. So it means that forgiveness can actually work out some great miracles, because by forgiveness, not only you get to release your past, but you're going to feel like a huge weight has been lifted off your shoulders. Therefore, you're going to have that sense of freedom, because sometimes the sense of freedom is not because you're not allowed to go out and you have to work from home. It is connected to that emotional baggage, and more specifically could be the guilt that maybe you seem to carry. For some of you, it's sadness. For some of you, is sadness, where there is a need for self-forgiveness because you have been holding on to guilt, okay, based on some past mistakes that you have done. You are going to re-examine those matters. Nothing has to happen for you to re-examine those matters. You are asked at this time, when you get these cards, to look into where is it that you are not giving yourself enough credit so that you can give yourself credit. Focus on focus on change, but focus on the kind of change that is going to make you better, is going to make your life better. So maybe deep down, the boredom, the change, maybe the underlying cause of everything that has been going on, maybe it goes back to an issue with your own self-forgiveness. Your angels again are showing up because for some of you Pisceans, they are specifically talking that either you are channeling messages from angels, you have been doing some healing form with angels. Some of you are very much in touch. Many of you are going to receive another increase into your psychic abilities and intuitive gifts that you may have. You are going to notice that. For other ones, they're talking about, because not everybody necessarily focuses on spiritual and intuitive gifts. They're talking about other Pisceans who have a hobby. Maybe you are very good at whatever job you have, whatever profession you have. They are reminding you that for many of you, it could be time for you now to look into what skill you can develop further. Do you need to take another training, courses? What can you do now so that you can upgrade your work, so that you can move forward with your career? And even if it is a hobby, you may be going through the next stage or the next level of this hobby. It's now time for many of you Pisceans to be distinguished, to set yourself apart based on some work that you have done, based on your talents, setting yourself apart from the rest, to be distinguished. You may notice that happening in the family. You may notice your popularity increasing. You may notice the influence that you're going to have on other people increasing, or even your influence on subscribers and followers that you may have. Whatever you are working on, it could be time for you to start expanding on that. Expand the business that you may have, expand, even looking into turning around your financial situation, making more money, expanding your social contacts, your networking groups. So where is it that a possibility for you to grow, to expand, shows up, do embrace that. And these opportunities could be happening at any time between now, May, June, and July. And if change shows up for you, don't fight it, try to embrace it and try to work with it. That was the last message that I keep hearing for you, Pisces. And of course, if you'd like to know more, do take a look at the video for the rising sign or moon sign. You're going to get more information. You can always go and visit your Vimeo videos. It's going to be a whole new reading for your sign. It's available for download and purchase. The link is down here below if you are interested. Or you may choose to join the membership program where you're going to get a second additional reading, a whole new reading, which is going to be twice as long. Please like, share, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, contact me for a private reading, amalightworker@gmail.com, and I will reconnect with you again in the next video. Thank you, Pisces. Bye.